play Wells and Wells is a war of the words. This is Reno Lovison, executive producer at ChicagoBroadcastingNetwork.com. In 1938, 25-year-old Orson Welles became famous after his radio play based on the novel A War of the Worlds shook the airwaves, purportedly nearly causing national panic. The book's 75-year-old author H.G. Wells, who had penned the work nearly 40 years earlier, was not amused at how his intellectual property was, in his mind, misused without permission. Based on an actual encounter in 1940, the two men, H.G. Wells with no E and Orson Welles spelled with an E-S, both happened to be on lecture tours, finding each other in San Antonio, Texas, on the same rainy night. Young Orson Welles, played by Garrett Wilford, arrives hat in hand at a motel room of H.G. Wells, played by Pete Blatchford, to, as he says, bury the hatchet. The older Wells sees little need for further discourse, as he's already agreed to drop any potential legal proceedings, and making it clear that, as the author of over 50 books, he considers the younger man's endeavors in radio and film to be of little artistic value, simply sensational and crude. While more or less bickering back and forth, H.G. Wells mentions in passing that he considers himself a journalist. Seizing on this insight, Orson manages to get the author's attention with a summary of a film he's working on called Citizen Kane. He explains the story is based loosely on the life of media magnate William Randolph Hearst, but in reality is about a man who seemingly has it all, however in the process has lost everything that is most dear to him. The ensuing conversation involves the perception of age, youth versus experience, and using artistic expression to share a vision of the future, but also as a means to fulfill one's perceived personal destiny. In the process, we gain insight into the lives and minds of both men. We find Orson Welles has an ulterior motive, but whether or not it can be fulfilled is where the tension lies in this soft-spoken clash of intellectual titans. The exceptionally well-written dialogue by Chicago playwright Amy Crider, superbly performed by Blatchford and Wilford, and produced by Lucid Theater, is the type of smart, emotional, intimate theater that is particularly well-suited to the intimate, city-lit venue. Nicely directed by Amber Mandley, the pacing is excellent, and the players move thoughtfully and meaningfully around Kevin Rolfe's set design, depicting the motel room of H.G. Wells. Technical director Alvaro Ladsma's lighting and sound design was very effective in setting the rainy evening ambiance. Blatchford is a veteran Chicago actor who has performed in Scotland. I'm unclear about his origins, but his British accent seems flawless to me. Apparently, costuming was a joint effort, but notable to say that the large fedora with matching topcoat, generally impeccable attire, and fastidious grooming of Wilford immediately made me believe I had encountered Orson Welles, based on what I know of his public persona. The world premiere play is highly recommended and, in my opinion, has national, indeed worldwide appeal. It should be readily snapped up by other smaller theaters around the globe and acting pairs looking to showcase their abilities to embody two interesting and thought-provoking characters. Wells and Wells by Lucid Theater is playing at City Lit, 1020 West Breadmar Avenue, Chicago, through August 11, 2024. Running time is 70 minutes with no intermission. For tickets and other information, visit lucidtheater.com. We'll add the link to this review at ChicagoBroadcastingNetwork.com. Be sure to look for our current review of Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, currently playing at the Goodman Theater. Congratulations to our friends at Windy City Winds who gave a spectacular performance of popular music this month at Washington Square Park across from the Newberry Library. Visit windycitywinds.org to find out about their upcoming season concert dates and look for our interview with co-conductors Mark and Sarah Mosley at ChicagoBroadcastingNetwork.com. Reminder that the Lakeshore Music Studio, providing piano lessons for all ages in the Gold Coast Old Town Lincoln Park area, has open enrollment for the upcoming fall semester. Visit lakeshoremusicstudio.com for contact information. As always, if you need audio or video assistance for your organization, check out renoweb.net. Let's wind up with about 30 seconds of our sometimes theme song, Foster Avenue Beach, by Steve Solomon.
To the lake with the song of 5244 Foster Avenue Beach. Yes, I took it to me.